hidden challenges with iGaming PPC marketing. iGaming PPC looks simple from the outside. You pick keywords, write ads, send traffic to a landing page, job done, right? Well, in reality, PPC in iGaming is one of the most constrained, scrutinized, and misunderstood performance channels in digital marketing. And today I just wanted to walk you through the hidden challenges that affect every vertical, from online and mobile casinos, crypto casinos, sportsbooks, bingo, lottery, social casino, skill-based games. Often the same challenges exist in all different niches within the gambling sector. And the first restriction really comes down to the platforms themselves. Google, Facebook, Meta, they all technically allow gambling, but it's always under very specific, strict conditions that very often vary by country. So licensing, certifications, geo-targeting, wording restrictions, destination URLs, currency. You've got to have the right currency. You've also got to disclose that you're an affiliate these days to advertise on these platforms, and one small misstep or oversight within all of those processes can stall an account for weeks or get it shut down entirely in some cases. And that shutdown might relate initially to a domain, then a company, an identity. There's loads of automatic triggers that get you kicked off these platforms, but there's manual ones as well, and they get regularly reviewed. So you've always got to keep on top of the compliance side, and you've sometimes got to sacrifice conversion to meet with the compliance restrictions. I mean, bonus language, urgency, aggressive calls to action. These, of course, help conversion rates, but quite often they'll trigger disapprovals or account reviews these days, so you don't actually have a choice whether or not to use them. And PPC games in iGaming, often we have to engineer the ads and landing pages that relate to that specific platform and geo, just so as not to cross any invisible policy lines, or you've really got to build up a reputation with those accounts as well. So it's not standard PPC like it used to be many years ago. It's all about regulated market PPC these days, and understanding the regulations and making sure you don't break any rules. And another hidden issue is data. A lot of iGaming operators have limited conversion tracking down to privacy rules, KYC flows, multi-step registrations, or perhaps even off-platform events. And often you're trying to optimize a PPC campaign without complete visibility of lifetime values, deposit behavior, or player quality within Google Ads itself. It's quite difficult to track in some cases. So often you've got to make PPC decisions just using partial data, and that's really when experience matters a lot more than dashboards and KYCs. So the other thing to bear in mind is creative fatigue and ceilings of how you can scale. So even when things work really well, scaling is very rarely linear. You can't just double your pay-per-click bid and get twice as many players. So you have to find out where those perfect points lie between being overly aggressive and still making money. And creative fatigue hits pretty fast, so you've always got to be rotating your ads. Keywords tend to saturate quickly. If you find a pocket of keywords that you're making good money on, it won't be long before someone else finds those same pockets and starts bidding against you. CPCs are always rising. Inflation and competition has always been going up historically, certainly in the last 20 years since I've been in iGaming. And accounts, of course, need to build credibility as well. So, for instance, an agency like mine, we've had years of spend, lots of different gambling clients in different countries, lots of different businesses and other industries as well. So we've got credibility. So Google won't inspect our accounts so viciously, and on the other hand, we can get manual reviews pulled in because we've got quite a few contacts over there, and that's where the campaigns stall quite often. They just need pushing through compliance, understanding where the boundaries are with compliance, and an external perspective can very often help with that. And that's really why most agencies, most operators and affiliates will tend to use a specialist iGaming PPC agency, not to replace an in-house team, but to support them. They bring policy experience, creative testing frameworks, keyword lists, negative keyword lists, and approval safe structures, and also cross-market insight that's difficult to build internally without potentially burning money or accounts or domains. You've got to bear in mind compliance pressure is at an all-time high with these platforms, and mistakes can be expensive, particularly permanent bans, which are very, very difficult to reverse. So if you are running a PPC campaign in iGaming, or you want to run a PPC on it in iGaming, and you're worried about performance or compliance and such like, then feel free to get in touch. I got roughly 20 years of experience managing Google Ads for casinos, sportsbooks, bingo sites, etc. And all of my contact details are below. Thanks for watching.